to know I'm watching him and his team. If you get a chance, can you give him a shout for me? No problem at all, Anthea. Feel free to comment on our Facebook streams on both Downforce UK and also, yes, I am a busy man. We're all very busy. I think everyone in the paddock is busy as well as That's the second time that's happened this morning. Paul Scarisbrick, get your act together. As we now get underway, and it's into turn number one. Looks like we've got Joe Lewis in second. Well, that was for a moment because Laith Khan from London in the number 11 is now up into second place. Up the hill they go for the first time of asking. So we just had an issue with the timing at the moment, so bear with me as leaders at the moment looks to be Conor Scarisbrick leading. No, it's not anymore. Laith Khan has just swooped past in the number 11. So down the hill they go. Looks to be that is Khan from Scarisbrick. Joe Lewis in third place, I think, yep. And we've got the number 66. I'm trying to remember some of these names as well. Number 29, 2. Tell you what, I'll actually bring up the entry list and that'll tell me. So if you just bear with me just a moment. Danny Bonner, thank you very much, Bradley. So, with regards to everything that's happening at the moment, so it is Laith Khan leading. Joe Lewis has just got past Conor Scarisbrick, and Scarisbrick is going to now drop down into. There we go. That's just now. There we go. The timing has just come back. So there we go, change of position for the lead, and it looks like Joe Lewis has got past Laith Khan. Khan has other ideas and swoops back past him too. So Khan leads from Lewis, Bonner in third, Scarisbrick fourth. And looks like Mason Thurlow in the 29 is in fifth position, which he is. And looks like there could be a change for the leaders. Joe Lewis goes round the outside of Laith Khan. Danny Bonner is now trying to force the issue to go for second position. So Khan is coming under pressure from Bonner, and they are just about to go down the hill. Khan swoops in front and still maintains that lead for the minute, as we still have 5 minutes, 50 seconds, plus an additional lap. So leaders coming around into the final corner. So Joe Lewis leads from Khan, Bonner, Scarisbrick, Thurlow. Jackson Lane in the 57 is just ahead of Senna Blue Breslin, who despite having a slightly bent chassis on the left front. So, yep, so Senna Blue Breslin had a bit of an off in practice yesterday, but despite battered kart and all, that was a bit wide there for Mason Thurlow, going down towards the bottom of the hill there. So Khan is coming, well, it looks like Khan has got past Bonner. That is second position. Scarisbrick is actually a little bit further back now, as I think Mason Thurlow has now overtaken him. Thank you very much for Nathan Ty Jr. on Facebook. Good luck, everybody, from Nathan Ty Jr. at 46. Go Bobby UK says nice weather. Yep, 23 or so degrees. Well, actually, make that 26 air temperature here at GYG. So up at the top of the hill, it is still Khan defending from Bonner for second position. Scarisbrick has now closed in on them. So that's the battle from second to fourth position. Bonner is still trying to put the feelers out on Khan, as Scarisbrick is trying to do the same to him, going down into the infield section, but Khan is still keeping it on Blackstock. Goes a little bit wide there, coming out of that corner, going up the slight uphill shot towards the final sector of the track here at GYG. Now we go into this nice momentum carrying section, and you can see that different drivers are using different lines. So very different how Conor Scarisbrick approaches it as opposed to how Danny Bonner approaches it. This is something that I've been noticing quite a lot more in terms of the karting. You know, karting itself in general, that sometimes you see that some drivers will use the they'll sort of push themselves to one side as Scarisbrick is trying to get past Bonner for third. Nothing is happening quite yet. So Khan still continues to lead this trio that are still battling away. Two minutes 39 on the clock, still left to go, plus an additional lap. Joe Lewis's lead is now a whopping 3.02 seconds. So the number 7 is doing great guns, just keeping his head down and trying to keep away from the rest of the opposition, and is showing that very, very well indeed. So 2 minutes 15 on the clock. Joe Lewis is just approaching the top part of the crest of the hill, coming out of turn number 1, and is doing a fantastic job in front of everybody, as looks like Khan is trying to keep Bonner at bay. Bonner tries to force the issue by going to the outside to force a switchback opportunity, and Khan and Scarisbrick nips him. There we go. It's 3 wide. Scarisbrick has got the inside line. He goes from 4th to 2nd in one move. Brilliant job there from the youngster from Omskurt, current points leader. That just shows the calibre of the young man. As Laith Khan is now back on the offensive, retakes 2nd position, but already Scarisbrick has got the inside line for the next corner. It's cat and mouse between these three right now. 1 minute and 30 on the clock, plus an additional lap. Scarisbrick has now pipped the pair of them in one fell swoop. An impressive move, and it was Bonner and Khan battling away, and then Scarisbrick went, you know what, I'm going to have the pair of you, and he so rightly did. Well done. Great move by Conor Scarisbrick to now go from 4th to 2nd in one move, as Joe Lewis continues to lead. You know what they say about a driver, especially in the form of Joe Lewis, when he's doing that well, and he's 6.3 seconds ahead of this trio battling away, as Scarisbrick now goes down into 3rd position as Khan retakes 2nd. So 45 on the clock. Scarisbrick, you can tell, I can tell by his driving style, he's really sort of thinking, I'm going to try and do what I can to get that place back, but I'm going to do it fairly and I'm going to do it firmly. Now, judging by the last overtake manoeuvre he did, Conor Scarisbrick was very, very resolute and very, very punctual, I must say. Remember Houghton Park? Well, that's just a taste of what we had coming in for this season. And despite not having the best of results this year in certain rounds, Scarisbrick has been consistent, and it's side by side. Bonner's going to get onto this battle as well. It's nearly 3 abreast going up the top of the hill. Who's going to get 2nd? Who's going to get 3rd? Who's going to get 4th? And it looks like, Scarisbrick is back down into 4th position, but is straight back on the offensive. Has he got the run coming down the hill on Bonner? Not quite. Not quite. But time has now expired. Last lap board is being prepared at the start-finish straight, as I see Joe Lewis now coming round into the final couple of corners of the last sector, as Scarisbrick, I can see from the commentary position, is still keeping Danny Bonner very honest. So it's last lap board having been shown, and the gap now is going to be, I think, over 8 seconds. It's 9.5. My goodness, Joe Lewis has just been on a mission. Fastest lap of the race, leading by a country mile. So let's just keep an eye on this battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th, as Scarisbrick is still trying to get his opportunity to get back into at least 3rd place at the end of this. So they go down the hill again. Now it's a repeat performance from Scarisbrick. He goes down the hill, he's got the inside run, and he retakes 3rd from Danny Bonner. Nice clean move. Meanwhile, the leader is fast approaching the end of the race. And here we go, round the final corner comes the number 7 of Joe Lewis, who punches the air with one hand and is emphatic with a great victory. And Laith Khan looks to have done enough to keep Connor Scarisbrick, current championship points leader, at bay. Khan takes second, Scarisbrick third, Bonner fourth. Joe Lewis won by 11.57 seconds at the flag. Mason Thurlow fifth, Jackson Lane sixth, Oliver Harrison seventh. Senna Blue Bresden, bent chassis and all, eighth ahead of Ethan Woodward and Jack Fowler, who rounds out the top 10. James Roberts 11th ahead of Jacob Giblett Lee, and I had to keep this one under my hats, ladies and gentlemen, because sporting a new carbon fibre helmet, despite injury this weekend, Bethany Freeman is back in action in the number 77. Credit where credit is due. This is just going to help her build her confidence back up. The number 77 finished 13th ahead of Oscar Walsh, who rounded out the 14-strong grid.